on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you. Scandal: 6 top Republicans on George Soros payroll. The rhinos are not an unknown to the American public, but some of them go so far that they became traitors. We know that philanthropist George Soros has the majority of the Democratic Party as his puppets. But the American political website Open Secrets revealed the names of some Republicans on George Soros's pay list. The GOP puppets of George Soros are Senator John McCain, House Speaker Paul Ryan, Senator Marco Rubio, Governor John Kasich, Senator Lindsey Graham, Representative Carlos Corbello. The funny thing is, all of these GOP members criticize and oppose Donald Trump, especially John McCain. They oppose Trump for his immigration executive order, or the phone call Trump made with the Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. Nearly everyone who has something against Trump took money from Soros, thinking only about their personal gain, not seeing the bigger picture. Spread the word. Trump just returned the power to the churches with this. Have you ever seen a politician fulfill his campaign promises with the tempo Donald Trump does it? Neither do I. We all heard of the Johnson Amendment, which forbids nonprofit organizations to endorse or oppose any political candidate. Trump says that that's a rule that had the churches in the U.S. to speak freely of who they support, made by the left-wing liberals. The Johnson Amendment also contradicts the freedom of choice of worshiping according to our beliefs, and that is why he will allow our representatives of faith to speak freely without fear of retribution and give their voice back, by destroying that rule. One of the victims of the Johnson Amendment was Franklin Graham, son of the preacher Billy Graham, who faced investigation for his organization's Samaritan's Purse and the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. He wrote to President Obama that he believed someone in the Obama administration was targeting his organizations, and that is totally morally wrong and totally un-American. One of the biggest religious promises of Donald Trump's campaign was giving the churches their voice back, and he did that as soon as possible. What a man. God bless Donald Trump. President Trump rapidly left the White House today. Surprisingly, President Trump rushed out of the White House with his daughter Ivanka next to him, with not reporting to the media. President Trump and Ivanka Trump board Marine One for trip to Dover Air Force Base for arrival of remains of Navy SEAL killed in raid in Yemen. pic.twitter.com web link. ABC News, at ABC, February 1, 2017. //platform.twitter.com web link. The truth is, he went to the funeral of the fallen Navy SEAL Chief Special Warfare Operator William Ryan Owens, who died last week during a raid against Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula of Yemen, making him the first military combat casualty since President Trump took office. We know that Trump made a call 3 days ago to Owens's family offering his deepest condolences to his father, wife and 3 children. It's a rare sight for a president to go personally on such an event, and that is what warms our hearts to know we have a president who proves there is nothing more important than the lives of the American people. We could not have made a better choice than him. Some liberal media will probably say that this was all a show-off or publicity, but on the contrary, there was no media coverage or announcement to the press, and that speaks a lot. It is almost impossible for Trump to attend and honor every fellow SEAL when he dies, but this move by him today made all of us proud to be American and stand for our values. Thank you, Mr. President, we are proud to have you. Spread the word to prove the liberal media wrong. Donald Trump has arranged a meeting with Jason Chaffetz. Hillary is next. Thank God we are finally in process of putting Hillary behind bars. President Trump has authorized the Congress to start an investigation and bring charges on liberal leader Hillary Clinton. Apparently, Trump has arranged a meeting with the chairman of the U.S. House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, Jason Chaffetz. He stated, "President Trump visited Philadelphia when we were at our planning and strategy session. I went backstage with the president. Here's what he said. You do a great job. Listen, I understand I'm the president and you have a job. You do the oversight. Don't slow down. Go after everything you want to go after. You look at everything you want to look at. If you sat there and heard what he said to me about pursuing oversight and government, you would be inspired. And for him to convey a message of don't slow down, I think was a good message. I don't think Hillary will catch a sleep anytime soon. What do you think?" Breaking: Congressman prepares impeachment for Trump with a sick plan. Ever since President Trump signed his temporary immigration ban, Democrats went totally mad. They even go that far to say they will try to impeach President Trump. At least that's what Representative Joaquin Castro said, according to The Hill. He will consider beginning impeachment proceedings against Trump if he orders U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) to ignore a judge's stay on parts of his controversial immigration order. There should be a resolution of censure. And if he does it again, there should be articles of impeachment. Castro said. Democrats insist that Trump exceeded his constitutional authority, and compare living in America to living in a military junta, unbalanced and messy. Sadly for the Democrats, the CBP stated that Trump has. Unfortunately for these Democrats aching for impeachment, the CBP released a statement confirming that Trump has told them to do no such thing. CBP officers are not detaining anyone. Green card holders who arrive in the U.S. have to go through secondary screening, but that process is working smoothly and relatively quickly, spokesman Jillian Christensen said. This is likely a publicity stunt for Castro, as he is rumored to be considering running against Senator Ted Cruz, Republican Texas, for his Senate seat in 2018. However, it's also indicative of the fact that Democrats are ready to use any excuse they can to begin impeachment proceedings against Trump. Share the word to stop this Democrat madness. Breaking: House of Representatives gets the damage from Obama undone. The condition of America that Obama has left as his legacy couldn't be any worse. Thank God the Republican Party took charge of the White House so they can repair the damage. Republican representatives started working to undo the regulations from the Obama administration at full speed. The House just voted off the Obama regulation which stopped those who receive Social Security for disabilities to buy a gun, a total opposite of the Second Amendment of our Constitution. Obama signed this regulation right after the events of Sandy Hook, where many children and adults lost their life after they were shot. His administration also added so many people on the National Instant Criminal Background Check system, making it impossible for many Americans to buy guns. Talk about wrong measures. They justified this measure by saying that mental disordered people should stay away from guns, and that was a common sense. They made a horrible generalization by putting all people suffering from some mental illness, even those who were not a threat to the society. In other words, it was such a discriminating policy contrary on the safety the Second Amendment gives us. Not only Republican representatives, but the Consortium for Citizens with Disabilities opposed to this stereotyping of people with mental disabilities as violent and dangerous. Violence is spread in all kinds of forms, not just from guns. Christmas Eve in Berlin was tragic because a terrorist killed 12 people when he drove across them with a truck. So the question is, should Germany ban driving trucks now? The Democrats have the worst solutions to our country's problems and they give the worst justifications for them. The good thing is we did not choose Hillary for president, as she would surely put even more strict regulations about this problem, coming with no solutions. Donald Trump is surely to strengthen our Second Amendment rights, and there is nothing the Democrats can do. Share your thoughts on this one.